Imagine a world where your silence can be more influential than your useless talks, where your calm can resolve the chaos around you. Today, we're diving deep into the art of silence, a concept so powerful, yet so underrated in our noisy, hectic world. The power of serene composure. Think back to the last time you felt overwhelmed by gossip, insulted without cause, or unjustly criticized. Frustrating, wasn't it? Now, imagine handling those moments with such serene composure that you emerge not just unscathed but stronger, more dignified, and at peace. This isn't just about staying quiet. It's about harnessing the power of silence as a strategic response, a tool for personal growth, and a path to inner peace. Stoicism teaches us that sometimes the most impactful statement we can make is to simply not react, to let our silence do the talking. It's about being so firmly rooted in your values and self-worth that the storms of life can't shake you. If you're tired of the endless cycle of reacting, retaliating, and regretting, stay with me. Today, we'll explore how to turn your silence into your strength, how to stand stoically amidst life's tumults, and how sometimes saying nothing at all can say everything. Gossip and silence. Imagine someone spreads a rumor about you, and it's flying from person to person like wildfire. Your name is being whispered in hallways, typed in chats, and you're standing there right in the eye of the storm, feeling that urge to jump in and correct every misheard word, every exaggerated story. But wait, Stoicism teaches us to step back. Why? Because when we engage with gossip, we give it more energy, more life. Instead, think about the power of silence. By not adding your voice to the cacophony, you're starving the gossip of its very essence. Attention. This is tough, no doubt. It's difficult to hear falsehoods and not fight back. But consider this. Your peace of mind, your inner tranquility, is worth infinitely more than the fleeting satisfaction of correcting a rumor. Stoicism doesn't ask us to be passive, but to be strategic. In silence, there's strength. In non-reaction, there's power. The people who matter, the ones who truly know you, won't be swayed by idle talk. And those who believe the gossip, well, they're not your concern. Focus on your actions, your character, your integrity. These are what truly define you, not the whispers of naysayers. The art of responding to insults is something we've all faced. Those sharp words that cut a little too deep, that sting that lingers a bit too long. Whether it's in person, online, or even subtly disguised as a joke, insults can shake even the sturdiest of us. When someone insults you, they're often revealing more about their character than yours. Their words are a reflection of their own struggles, insecurities, or even just a momentary lapse in judgment. Stoicism teaches us to see this clearly, to separate ourselves from the venom of their words, and to find a place of such profound inner strength that those words lose their power. But how? First, by recognizing that the only opinion truly capable of defining you is your own. You are the captain of your soul, the master of your fate. When insults come your way, you have a choice. You can engage, retaliate, and let those words seep into your core, or you can rise above, secure in the knowledge of who you are and the values you uphold. This isn't about ignoring or suppressing your feelings. It's about acknowledging them, understanding why the insult hurts, and then choosing not to grant it the power to disrupt your peace. It's about responding, not reacting. Maybe that response is silence, a simple, powerful silence that says, "Your words do not define me." Managing anger with Stoic wisdom. Feeling angry is not the problem. It's a natural response to perceived wrongs or injustice. The real challenge, and where Stoicism steps in, is managing how we respond to that anger. Imagine anger as a blazing fire. Left unchecked, it can consume everything in its path. But if we approach it with the calm, composed mindset of a Stoic, we can contain the fire and use it to illuminate rather than destroy. So how do we do this? It starts with a pause. This might seem trivial, but it's incredibly powerful. In that moment of pause, you create space between the trigger and your response. You give yourself the chance to choose how to react rather than being swept away by the tidal wave of anger. Now, in that space, ask yourself, why am I angry? Stoicism teaches us to look beneath the surface. Often, our anger stems from a sense of hurt, threat, or injustice. By understanding its root, we can address the underlying issue more effectively than if we just lash out. Stoicism doesn't just ask us to examine our anger. It invites us to question its validity. Is our perception accurate? Have we interpreted the situation correctly? By challenging our assumptions, we might find that our anger is based on a misunderstanding or a skewed perspective. Navigating unjust criticism. When you face unjust criticism, Stoicism encourages you to pause and take a deep breath. This isn't about suppression. It's about giving yourself a moment to process your emotions calmly and avoid reacting impulsively. Because let's face it, our gut reaction might be to retaliate or defend ourselves vehemently. However, Stoicism teaches us that there's immense power in choosing our response thoughtfully. Now, imagine someone has just criticized you unfairly. Your initial reaction might be to dispute it, to set the record straight. But here's a Stoic twist. Ask yourself, does this criticism, true or not, define who I am? Remember, your value and self-worth are not contingent upon others' opinions or judgments. Stoicism imparts the wisdom that our core identity and integrity remain intact regardless of external appraisal. Consider the source of the criticism. Stoicism prompts us to reflect on the critic's intentions and perspectives. Often, unjust criticism is more about the critic's perceptions, insecurities, or their own internal struggles than it is about you. By understanding this, you can see the criticism for what it truly is, a reflection of the critic, not you. Embracing loss with Stoicism. Loss is an inevitable part of our human experience. Whether it's losing a loved one, a relationship, a job, or even an aspect of our identity. It's raw, it's real, and it can be deeply painful. But here, in the midst of our grief and sorrow, Stoicism offers a beacon of hope and resilience. Stoicism acknowledges the pain of loss. It doesn't ask us to suppress our grief or pretend it doesn't hurt. Instead, it offers us a framework to process our loss more healthily and constructively. It reminds us that while we can't control what we lose, we can control how we respond to that loss. Imagine you've just experienced a significant loss. The world feels like it's crumbling under your feet. It's here that Stoicism invites you to pause and breathe. Inhale deeply and give yourself permission to feel your emotions, to mourn. But as you do, remember, your emotions are natural responses, not commands. You can feel sad, angry, or confused without letting these feelings dictate your actions or define your future. Confronting injustice with composure. When we're confronted with injustice, our initial impulse might be to react with outrage or despair. These are natural human responses. However, Stoicism invites us to take a step back and assess the situation with clarity and composure. It doesn't mean we become indifferent or passive. Rather, we choose a response that's aligned with our values and principles, not dictated by our impulses. Imagine witnessing or experiencing something unjust. The Stoic response begins with observation and understanding. Ask yourself, what is within my power to change? Stoicism teaches us to focus our efforts on our actions and attitudes, the realms where we have real agency. While we may not be able to rectify every injustice, we can choose not to let it diminish our spirit or our commitment to what's right. Handling ignorance gracefully. When faced with ignorance, our first reaction might be to argue, correct, or even belittle the other person's viewpoint. It's natural to want to set things right. However, Stoicism invites us to pause and approach the situation differently. Instead of seeing ignorance as a battle to be won, view it as an opportunity to practice patience, empathy, and understanding. Imagine you're in a discussion and someone presents a perspective that's not just different but blatantly uninformed. The Stoic approach is to first listen. Really listen. Try to understand where this person is coming from, what experiences or fears might be shaping their views. By truly listening, you're not endorsing their ignorance. You're simply giving yourself the space to respond thoughtfully. The Stoic response to boasting: when someone boasts, they are often seeking validation or admiration from those around them. This need for external approval can stem from insecurity or a desire to be seen as successful in the eyes of others. Stoicism teaches us to empathize with this need without getting swept up in it. Remember, true worth and contentment come from within, not from external accolades or recognition. Now, imagine you're in a situation where boasts are flying thick and fast. The Stoic approach isn't to belittle or confront, but to listen quietly and reflect inwardly. By choosing silence, you're not giving in to the competitive urge to one-up the boaster or to validate their need for attention. Instead, you're staying true to your values, focusing on your own path and sense of self-worth. This silence is far from passive. It's an active, powerful choice. It speaks volumes about your confidence and self-assurance. It shows that you don't need to join the chorus of self-congratulation to feel secure in your achievements or worth. Moreover, this silence allows you to observe, to learn about others, and perhaps to understand what drives their need to boast. But what if the boasting becomes too much, tipping over into arrogance or even falsehoods? Even here, Stoicism counsels us to weigh our response carefully. If a response is necessary, it should be measured, kind, and rooted in truth, not driven by a desire to deflate or humiliate. Embracing silence in the face of boasting also offers a moment for self-reflection. It's an opportunity to examine our reactions and ask ourselves why the boasting affects us. Are we feeling insecure, competitive, or overlooked? By understanding our emotions, we can address our own needs and insecurities more effectively than by engaging in a battle of egos. In practicing the Stoic silence amidst boasts, we cultivate inner peace, humility, and a deep-seated confidence that doesn't depend on external validation. We learn to appreciate our own worth without needing to broadcast it, and we offer others the space to express themselves, even if their way doesn't resonate with us. Responding to rumors: imagine you hear a rumor about yourself, something untrue, maybe even damaging. The Stoic response is not to rush into the fray, battling rumor with counter-rumor. Instead, you pause, you breathe, and you remember, your worth is not determined by others' words. By choosing silence, you're not conceding defeat. You're rising above the fray, conserving your energy, and maintaining your peace. This silence is not about inaction or passivity. It's a conscious, powerful choice. It's about knowing when to speak and when to let your actions and character speak for themselves. Often, the rumors lose their power when they're not given the oxygen of attention. In the calmness of your silence, the truth can eventually surface without your intervention. But what about the impact of these rumors? Won't silence be seen as admission? Here's where Stoicism offers profound wisdom. It teaches us that those who know us, who truly understand our character, won't be swayed by hearsay. And for those who are quick to believe the worst, their opinions were never within our control to begin with. Moreover, this Stoic silence gives us an opportunity for introspection. It allows us to look inward, to fortify our inner citadel against the slings and arrows of misinformation. In this space of reflection, we can find clarity, strength, and even a deeper sense of who we are and what we stand for. In practicing the Stoic art of silence amidst rumors, we also cultivate resilience. We learn to navigate the choppy waters of public opinion with grace, to anchor ourselves in our truth, and to move through the world with a quiet confidence that no rumor can shake. Concluding the journey as we conclude our journey today, remember that silence isn't just a lack of noise, it's a wellspring of strength, a testament to your inner fortitude. In those moments when you choose silence over words, you embrace the profound wisdom of Stoicism, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and serenity. Now, I invite you to continue this journey of growth and self-discovery by watching one of the suggested videos on your screen. Delve deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism, and let's cultivate a life of tranquility, purpose, and enduring strength together. Thank you for joining me on this path of discovery and introspection. Your presence enriches our Stoic journey community, and together, we're learning to navigate life's storms with grace and resilience.